What's going on, everyone? My name is Gormy. A little while ago here on the channel, I did a rebuild with Manchester United where we won a boatload of trophies and turned them into absolute beasts over in England. And at the end of that video, I asked, all right, who do you guys want to see next for a rebuild? Now we get to see who is that next team that we are rebuilding, which is Sporting Club de Portugal in Lisbon. I'm really looking forward to this. Now, we're going to be going about it differently than we did with the Man United rebuild. And I'm going to be doing more rebuilds here on the channel. So, how it's going to go, it's going to be a minimum 2-season rebuild, maximum 3-season rebuild. What we are going to do is create a tactic that we are going to build around for this team and see what we can do in 2 to 3 seasons. I'm going to set some goals. If we hit a majority of the goals or all the goals within 2 seasons, that is the rebuild done and dusted. But if we need to do it in 3 seasons and we're waiting to hit 1 or 2 more goals, then obviously we'll do it in 3. But that is what we'll be doing in today's video. If you guys do happen to enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribing is 100% free. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, like I said, we are rebuilding Sporting Club de Portugal in Lisbon. I am really looking forward to doing this with this team. They're a very solid team. They've got some young talent. I'm hoping we can hang on to a majority of them throughout this rebuild because they are really good. I mean, really good. I mean, one is most likely going to be bought, and he is currently on loan at PSG, Nuno Mendes. So if we are able to actually hold on to him, that will be absolutely awesome. But I have a feeling PSG are going to trigger the clause to buy him. Now, media prediction wise, has us predicted to finish second, and I know that I'm currently blocking the trophies, but they have won a Champions League trophy in 1964. They've won the Portuguese Premier League 19 times. So I would say if we can win another 2 to 3 Premier League titles here, depending on how long it takes us to do this rebuild, and I would say with this team maybe get to a quarterfinal of the Champions League. I'll be pretty happy if we can do that. But yeah, without further ado, let's see what tactic we're going to be using for season 1. So season 1, we're going to be going with a 5 in the back. Now it's kind of like a 3 in the back, being that I'm going to be using inverted wing backs on support. But it suggested that I use a 5 in the back system with them. So I was like, all right, let's see what we can do with a 5 in the back. So it's going to have an advanced forward on attack up top, 2 inside forwards on attack on the wings, got a ball-winning midfielder and a deep line playmaker in the midfield, 2 inverted wingbacks on support, and 3 central defenders in the back, but the middle one on cover. Now, I only have 2 players plugged in that I want to play game in, game out for us because, in my opinion, they are the 2 most important players in this team right now. That is Mr. Pedro Goncalves, I believe is how you say it. He is a very good winger. He can also play striker if need be, or attacking midfield, but we will see if we got to switch things up in season 2, potentially season 3 if it takes that long. But he is very good with dribbling, very good at finishing, first touch. He's got the holy trinity there. He's got some solid pace as well. He's good off the ball, good vision, good technique. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do for us. And then the other man is Sebastian Coates. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's great in the air, great defensively. He has become their rock. And I hope that he is going to be our rock as well. And will be able to help bring some trophies here to Sporting Club de Portugal. Now, competitions-wise, we are in the Portuguese Premier League. We are in the Champions League. We will enter at the group stages. We are in the Portuguese Cup and the Portuguese Super Cup, for those of you that don't know how the Portuguese League works. So, say we win the Champions League, Portuguese Premier League, Portuguese Cup, Portuguese Super Cup, that would be absolutely insane, and we would definitely be one of the best teams ever within Portugal. Let's see how many trophies we're going to be able to get with this team. Let's go ahead, simulate season 1. So, here we are at the end of season 1, and we did pretty solid, I would say. We won the league on 76 points, so that's 1 trophy right there. We did not go through in our Champions League group, however. We were in with Man U, Ajax, Rangers, and then us. We went down to the Europa League, and we got knocked out in the first round by Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad, very solid club. We were runners-up in the Portuguese Cup to Porto, which is unfortunate. There was another cup that I forgot to mention, the Portuguese League Cup. We got knocked out in the semifinal by Porto there. And then the Portuguese Super Cup, which you guys cannot see because I'm currently in front of it. Braga ended up beating us in the Portuguese Super Cup. So, wish we could have definitely won some more trophies. I don't think the 5 in the back is going to be what we are going to stick with. I think we are going to switch it up, try something else. I basically just went with it because that is what they were suggesting. But we're going to make something on our own now, I think, and try and build our own system, bring in some players in Season 2, see what we can do. We did win the league, so they won the league previously in reality, so we did back-to-back. Very happy with that. Let's see how the players perform, though. So, goal-wise, Paulinho had 26 goals. I'm happy with that. Pablo Sarabia, who is on loan from PSG, I believe, had 14 goals. Pedro Goncalves with 13. Sebastian Coates with 11. Nuno Santos with 11. Next highest after that was Islam Slimani with 9. And then assist-wise, we've got Pablo Sarabia with 17, so he had a very good season. Pedro Goncalves with 16. Very solid season from him. Mateus Nunes with 11. Next highest after him was Nuno Santos. Highest average rating was Sebastian Coates with a 7.25. After him, it was a 7.24 from Pablo Sarabia. So, very, very happy with how we were performing. I'm going to say if we had some funds to be able to bring in some players in Season 1, because I did not bring in any players in Season 1, it definitely could have helped us out a little bit. But, I mean, overall, we won the league again. Happy with that. But one thing I am worried about is when I sort by player status and information, the entire team's basically wanted. So, yeah, that's going to be kind of hard to try and hold on to everyone. If we get rated, just know we're going to have a fresh-faced new team and a system that I build that team around. So, let's see what happens. Let's go to the preseason part of Season 2. So, remember how I said, I hope we don't get rated and, lose a bunch of players and then have to rebuild from the start and build a whole new system? Yeah, guess what happened? Yeah, we got rated big time. We had to sell a lot of players. And like I said earlier, wish we could have kept Nuno Mendes. I was looking at Nuno Santos, but Nuno Mendes. They triggered the clause. He goes to PSG for 34 million. Then Islam Slimani, he wanted to leave. Sold him for 825k. Zuhair Fadal wanted to leave, 2.5 million. Bruno Tabata for 17 million pounds. Nuno Santos for 36 million, and Joao Paulinho for 31 million. And that wasn't all of them. As you can see up here, though, already had made 121 million pounds. Then we've got Valentin Rosier, who left for Besiktas. We've got Paulinho, who left to Dinamo Zagreb for 11.25 million pounds. Then Sebastian Coates, I thought he was going to end up going to Arsenal because it was Arsenal and Shakhtar Donetsk in for him. And he ended up going to Shakhtar Donetsk for 14 million pounds. So that was another 29.5 million pounds added on top of the 121 million. So being that we had to sell all of them, we definitely had a rebuild on our hands now for Season 2. Let's see who we brought in. So the first man that we brought in for 7.25 million pounds, because we had a clause agreed with Manchester City for him, is Pedro Porro. He is going to be our new right back. He is going to be an absolute stud as well. He's got pace, which I love. He's got flair, determination, great off the ball, some solid vision as well, good technique. He's great at crossing, which I love on my wingbacks. I love when they're able to whip in that ball. He is going to be a very important part of this team, I have a feeling. 7.25 million, Pedro Porro, welcome to Sporting Club de Portugal on a permanent basis now. Next up was a man by the name of Boubacar Kamara. I could not believe I was able to land him. We got him on a free transfer from Marseille. Very, very happy we were able to bring him in. He can play center back or defensive midfield, which works for the system that we are going to be playing in Season 2. He's a great passer of the ball, good at tackling, great work rate, which is what I love. He's got pace as well. Really looking forward to what he's going to be able to do. And what's great is that he's only 22 years old. So he would be a player that would be able to stick around at the club for a long while. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do here for us in Season 2. Next up, we got another big-time player, Corentin Tolisso, on a free transfer once again, bringing him in from Bayern Munich. I would love to see this actually happen in reality if Sporting could get Boubacar Kamara and Corentin Tolisso. I think that would be absolutely awesome. They would be two big-time players for them. They are both pretty versatile as well. I mean, Corentin Tolisso can basically play everywhere besides striker and center back, and do a decent job anywhere. So really looking forward to seeing what he'll bring to the table. And I mean, what's great about him, he's still got some years on him. He's only 27 years old. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do. And him and Boubacar Kamara only agreed to being squad players. So they're cool with being put in and out using the full squad. And that is what we're definitely going to be able to do with a bunch of other signings that I was able to make as well. Next up, we needed a center back because we lost Sebastian Coates, and I brought in Fabio Cardoso. Now, he is not Sebastian Coates at all, but he is going to be a very, very solid player. He's got solid marking, solid tackling. He has a little bit of pace to himself. He's good in the air, which is what we needed. And we brought him in from FC Porto, which, I mean, I was not expecting we were going to be able to do, but we brought him in for £18 million. Really, really happy we got this deal done. Really looking forward to seeing if he can be that next rock in the back for us. Next, we have a player that I really, really like. He is from PSV Eindhoven. His name is Ibrahim Sengari. We brought him in for £13 million. Great mentally, very smart player, good physicals as well. He's good defensively. That's what I wanted. I wanted a defensive style midfielder that can either play as a defensive mid or play as a ball winning midfielder in the central area. And Ibrahim Sengari definitely covers that. He's only 24 years of age as well. So very, very happy with that. And I mean, the ages that we brought in, I believe it's like 19, 22, 27, 28, 24. Very, very happy with all of that so far. Next, we brought in a pretty versatile player here in Mitchell Baker from Bayer Leverkusen for only £9.5 million. For someone that is as versatile as he is, to where he can play left back, left wing back, sometimes left midfield or center back. Definitely happy that we only had to pay $9.5 million for him to get a player like this. He is going to be our new left back. He is a very solid player. He's 6'1" as well, so a little bit of height defensively there to add. And I'm very, very happy that we were able to get this deal done. He's only 22 years of age as well, so this rebuild going pretty well so far. Next up, we've got the wonder kid, Adam Hlocek from Sparta Prague. This kid, I have a feeling, is going to be absolutely nuts. The only bad thing about this deal is that he has a release clause at £23 million. So if he has an unreal season, we would have to sign him to a new contract immediately to get rid of that. Hopefully, though, we can hit everything we need to this season. It'd be very nice. But Adam Hlocek, he is going to be an absolute stud. He's going to play on the left wing for us. He can also play as a striker, but I want him to play on the left wing. He is very quick. He's got the Holy Trinity, not like Pedro Goncalves does, but it's almost at that level. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's pretty good with both feet as well. He likes to cut inside from the left. That is why I want to play him on that left side. And he's already a pretty solid inside forward. So really looking forward to seeing what Mr. Adam Hlocek can do for us here with Sporting Club de Portugal. And this is our last signing that I made. He is our replacement for Paulinho up top, Mr. Marcos Leonardo. He is a Brazilian wonder kid that I signed from Santos. He has some pretty solid finishing. He is pretty quick. He is definitely one for the future. He's not going to play game in, game out because Pedro Goncalves can also play up top. Adam Hlocek can also play up top. We've got versatility here within the side. So he is a player that's going to come in, play when needed, do a solid job at it, and become an absolute stud over time for this team. If Sporting were able to make all these signings in reality, and this is what they had as building blocks for a rebuild, this team would be absolutely insane in a few years' time. Now looking at the system that we're going to be rocking, being that we had to kind of rebuild everything, we had to find a new system. We're using my 4-3-3 possession style tactic that I built from the ground up. Tested with Man City. I'll link the video above for you guys to check out if you guys wish to do so. We're looking for a possession-based style to play. This is a very, very solid tactic. It's going to allow us to do everything we want. I wanted to have a defensive midfielder. Sangari is probably going to slot in to that halfback on defend role. We got a ball playing defender, which will allow us to play out from the back like I want us to. We got a good wingback on the left, solid fullback for the right. We got great players in Pedro Porro to do that, and Mr. Mitchell Baker on the left side. We got Adam Holchek up top on the left side. We can play anyone we want up top, basically. Pedro Goncalves as that inverted winger on attack, if that is where he slots in. You got Quarantin Tolisso, Boubacar Kamara. What is there not to like about this team and this system right now? I'm really looking forward to what we are going to be able to do in Season 2. Let's see what we do in Season 2 by simulating forward. Well, I'd say this rebuild is a success. This rebuild is a success. We won the league on 87 points. We got to a semi-final in the Champions League after losing all those players, bringing the players in that we brought in, still having some pieces here. We got to a semi-final and got knocked out by Bayern Munich, which Bayern Munich went on to win the Champions League final. And if I look at the score, all right, so we got beat 3-1, lost 5-1 on aggregate, but Bayern Munich's Bayern Munich. They're absolutely insane. Liverpool beat Real Madrid 6-0 there in the semifinal. I mean, that is a definite big-time matchup for the Champions League final. If we had somehow knocked out Bayern Munich, maybe we give Liverpool a game, but Bayern Munich knocking out Liverpool there. We get to a semifinal. Let's see who was in our group to see who we came up against. Where are we? There we are. So, we had Chelsea, us, RB Salzburg, and Partizan. We only got through by one more point. We had 1 win, 4 draws, and a loss. That one loss probably coming to Chelsea. No, to Partizan. So we drew Chelsea and beat Chelsea. And then we drew both games against RB Salzburg. So we were definitely able to beat the big dogs. In the first round knockout, who did we have? We had Arsenal. We beat them 5-1 on aggregate. And then the quarterfinal, we had West Ham. Beat them 2-0 on aggregate. So happy with that. Sucks that we had to play Bayern Munich there, but we did very, very solid, if I do say so myself. Then, looking at the other trophies we won, we got the Portuguese Premier League. We got the Portuguese Cup. We got the Portuguese League Cup, but we were runners-up in the Portuguese Super Cup. So we almost had a domestic quadruple. That would have been absolutely awesome. Portuguese Cup, we beat Boa Vista 4-0. And then the Portuguese League Cup, we beat Porto on penalties. And then the Portuguese Super Cup, we lost 3-1 to Porto. But we were learning the system then. We can give ourselves a little bit of slack there. But what I love seeing down here, Adam Holchek with 22 goals in the league. That is what I wanted to see. Very, very happy with how the team performed. I can definitely say this is a success in 2 seasons. I would go for a third. But I did take a sneak peek at Bayern Munich and Liverpool at how good those 2 teams are. No one's touching them. They're absolutely insane. But let's see how we did overall in all competitions and see how the players did. So, Mr. Adam Holchek, he had 30 goals in all competitions. Very, very happy with that. Jovan Cabral with 16. Mateus Nunes with 14. Pedro Goncalves with 14. Quarantin Tolisso with 12. Marcus Edwards there, the next highest, with 8. Assist-wise, Jovan Cabral with 18. Pedro Goncalves with 18 as well. Mateus Nunes with 12. Pedro Porro with 12. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted to see there. That is why I brought him in on a permanent basis. He proved me right. Very happy with that. Manuel Ugarte with 6 assists. Mitchell Baker with 6 assists as well. So did Marcus Leonardo. Which Marcus Leonardo, the striker, only had 7 goals. But like I said, he wasn't going to be playing game in, game out. That was most likely going to be Adam Holchek or Pedro Goncalves. And I mean, Adam Wojcik played 48 games. Pedro Goncalves played 50. Mr. Marcus Leonardo only started 18. Came on as a sub in 33, though, but he only started 18. But give that kid some time. He's going to be very, very good. But very, very happy with the performances that we got from these players. It only took us 2 seasons to accomplish everything I wanted, which was win another Premier League title and get to a quarterfinal of a Champions League. We got to a semifinal and got a treble in season 2, domestic treble, almost a domestic quadruple, and we won back-to-back Premier League titles, which if you count the one in reality, that's back-to-back-to-back. So that is absolutely phenomenal. All right, so that wraps up today's rebuild with Sporting. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed doing that. Very, very happy with the results that we got. I mean, having to literally rebuild basically from the ground up an entire side almost and have a whole new system, get to a semifinal in the Champions League in that very season, get a domestic treble, almost quadruple. I'm absolutely ecstatic with that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as subscribing is 100% free. Let me know down in the comments below how you guys enjoyed this rebuild and who you guys would like to see next as well, because I am going to be taking recommendations on these. I have a whole list that I'm going to get through, but I would love to add some more names to this list. So definitely let me know down below who you guys would like to see next. But yeah, with all that being said, until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.